Hey, hopefully there's no echo this time. I just tried to press play. It was all echoey. I have literally about 5 minutes before I have to run and meet the kids at the fair and get to soccer and get home and sort out a bunch of stuff in the house and do just normal life. But I wanted to recognize this moment, and I don't have time to write. I normally love to write, but I just don't have time to write. Um, but I thought it was important enough to share. I just woke up at about 11:30 today and a 12-hour sleep. This week has been hell, and I feel like there is this strange, weird thing happening for a lot of people like me, where we have been expected to keep going, expected to do all the things that we do every day, raise our kids, work at our jobs, um, do our exercise, make our dinners, eat healthy, gets our sleep, do all these things, and I am incredibly privileged to have such a wonderful life. Um, but wow, I'm a sexual assault survivor. I believe there's at least 30% of the population of women. I'm guessing a lot higher, and a fairly decent population of men, percentage of men as well, who are survivors. People who've known me for a long time know a little bit about the assault that I experienced as a young teenager. Most people don't realize or know that I had a second event that was a lot darker. I am not prepared to share that event. I've shared it with a very small number of people. But I will say this, those two events in my life rocked my world, and it took years of therapy to get through them. They had an enormous effect on my life. But I pushed through with a lot of help, and I have a great life. I'm married to a wonderful man. I have two wonderful children. I'm fairly senior in my career. I am well respected. One of the things that I am known for is my empathy. What people don't know is most of that empathy comes from these events. I worked so hard to not be bitter. Oh, my computer just shut down. I worked so hard not to be bitter and to forgive and to love people and to not be afraid. I worked so hard. And most of the time, that empathy serves me well. It is a trait that I believe has made me the person I am today, more than anything else, but it is attached to something else so dark that it is particularly difficult in certain times in my life when it comes back around. The last time I felt the way I felt this week was when Donald Trump was elected. I don't really care if he's a Democrat or Republican. He has hurt people who have experienced pain that I've experienced, and he has no remorse. It's not even the acts that he's done, it's that he has no remorse, and that institutions elected him, not caring. And here we are again this week, the same thing. And I just want to reach out to all the people who feel the way I feel today. Just, what are we doing? We can't hold these people up and say it's okay. We cannot do that. We have to be better than that. We need to change. We have to change. And I'm going to get dressed and I'm going to go for my run. But I want people to understand that survivors are really struggling this week. It's incredibly intense. And what we're struggling with the most, or at least what I'm struggling with the worst, because I can't speak for other people, what I'm struggling with the most is that our institutions do not recognize just how wrong this is. That we would praise a person who has absolutely no memory or remorse for pain that they had caused to a human being, even if he cannot remember. Even if he cannot remember, he can have dignity, respect, humanity, and remorse for the things he doesn't understand. We need more people with empathy and power. It is killing us as a country. It is killing us as a community. What is wrong with people? This is not okay. And I just wanted to take 5 minutes. And I am going to share this publicly, which is crazy. But I wanted to take 5 minutes to say this. We need to change. This isn't about politics. And everybody who screams at the top of their lungs that it is wrong. For 30% of the population, this is about morality. And I say 30% because there are men and women involved, and I'm knowing that they are experiencing this. It has to be at least a third. This is about morality. We can find better people to lead, people who have empathy,